Well, I've definitely noticed not only personal growth, but growth in my role in Fairheads, and I've had a couple of roles. I've progressed in the company. And in terms of personal growth, I've gotten to know myself a little bit better. I've gotten to know how to or why I react to certain things when I'm interacting with people. And I've also matured through the program by interacting with different kinds of individuals in the group. But in my current role, I'm definitely now seeing the benefits, especially with the module facilitation. I'm having to facilitate a lot of meetings, a lot of forums in my current role. So I've definitely I've gathered the benefits out of attending those type of modules in my current role.
Really what it did for me was it reinforced a lot of my behavior at work and a lot of my behavior at home, and it also got me to look at things slightly differently. And ultimately what it's done is I've found myself taking the learnings and applying them in my day-to-day business with the people that I work with, and also, interestingly enough, with my personal life at home.
I think I've learned a lot of skills to assist me in areas where I struggled a lot, especially I found in the assertiveness module and also when we did the conflict resolution. Those were valuable skills where I could really improve, and I can actually feel that I'm continuously working on those areas. I'm improving. I also think that my confidence levels have increased.
Well, I think it really gave me a chance to reflect on my leadership style, and it benefited me as a person. There was definitely a chance for me to look at my areas of development.
From a people perspective, I think really understanding the essence and the importance that people have in business today, and every decision, everything involves people. So I think in terms of my outlook, working with people in that sense. It's also inspired me from a mentoring and coaching perspective. Certainly worked hard on mentoring and coaching my staff, and also helping me as a person.
The thing that stood out for me was the easygoing process, or the easygoing nature of the modules. I never felt hugely pressurized, but in the same measure, there was lots of learnings during the process. And I think the way the modules were structured, a lot of, what would you want to call it, factual stuff, but also a lot of role plays and an opportunity to take the learnings and apply them in role plays, and in that way the learnings are really cemented. But I think overall the easygoing nature of the 16 months helped relationships and the bonding of the teams, and also with the facilitators.
What I really liked about you guys is that you took the time to get to know us as people. We weren't just delegates on a course, we were people that you cared about.
We had great fun, but also very important learnings, especially in terms of the team dynamics itself. At work, we always work as part of a team, and just how to handle everybody in the team and how to work as a team and to get the best out of the people in your team. So definitely the team dynamics.
I think the first module we did, which was the emotional intelligence module, really stood out for me. And that was more in the sense of getting to know who I was.
Everything was different. I think the way the guys at First Facilitation approached it really put a lot of thought into each and every module. Besides the content and the subject matter that was there to be presented, just in terms of the thought process behind the guys who put the course together, that for me stood out. And also in terms of the informal, open, honest approach by the guys at First Facilitation, that was for me really inspiring.
The fact that there was a nice balance between personal development and business skills, so we got a bit of both. But I think it was simply just being with this group of like-minded people and having the platform to really just talk about things that you don't ordinarily get to talk about in the workplace. So to share the good and the bad and the ugly. I think that was.
You are able to get grown men to sit with wet eyes at any given time, not just about the topics that you discuss, but very important, looking within yourself. I used to blame a lot of people for things that went wrong, but never looked as to what my influence is on the problems at the time. But now the first thing I do, if there's a situation that needs to be addressed, I look at how I can change what needs to be done with regards to a certain problem. And I think that also changes a lot in terms of affects the relationship with the people. Instead of blaming, incorporating everybody, and especially, very importantly, I look at myself. So I think you guys are very, very good at getting people to look within themselves as to where those problems are.
And there was always this interaction, even when we weren't on the course, we weren't doing the modules, they'd pop us an email to find out how we're doing. There was this constant interaction. I really felt that Derek and Gavin, or you guys, really wanted to see us grow. I mean, it wasn't just a course for you. It wasn't just, something that you were there just to see us go through this program. You really had an interest in seeing us grow. And that came through when you interacted. Your facilitation skills were excellent throughout all the modules. And I think, you use each other's strengths.
The program was structured, but once we were in it, it kind of became organic, so we, you guys would adapt to how the group was doing and where we were at, and maybe where we wanted to go, delve a bit deeper, or so on. So I liked that, the fact that we got constant feedback.
The fact that there were two of you facilitating in itself created a different dynamic where you were always engaged. And I think probably the biggest thing for me was the way it was structured, in that there was a lot of factual stuff, a lot of pre-work that had to be done. But more importantly, we were able to take the learnings and apply them in role plays, and in that way again cement the learnings, and that worked for me.
Well, I think it's definitely helped us to have a core group of leaders who are like-minded now. When we sit around an operations forum, for instance, we kind of use the terminology and we refer to things that we learned at first facilitation. But it's definitely helped us in terms of building capacity, in terms of leadership in the company. And even people who haven't necessarily attained leadership positions, they are developing people around them. And that, I think, in terms of our succession planning and so on, the program has definitely helped us.
We have started to work a lot closer together as a team, which ultimately has got to mean better results for the company. We have a better understanding of each other's disciplines in the business, but more importantly, there's a sense of togetherness, belonging, and that for me is not something I would have planned as an outcome of the course, but that certainly was profound.
The executives that went on this particular training program within our business, all, are very key components, or are key roles within the business, and they spent a significant amount of time together, interacting, both involved in the subject matter and the exercises at play, but the bond, the relationship that the individuals formed together, I think has gone a long way to improving the way we currently work together as a unit, as a business, in solving issues, in getting things done a lot quicker and more effectively.
We have put together a leadership forum. So once a month our leaders meet together and we discuss maybe areas of improvement in the company, things that we would like to share, ideas that we can share with each other. And through this, there's already been changes being implemented. So I think that's really valuable, and it's open to everybody. It's not just the LDB4 delegates, it's also the other leaders in the company as well. So it's an opportunity for everybody to share and express their views and basically use the skills that we have been taught to improve our company.
They have become a lot more assertive in their roles, and they have to be in leadership roles. In their current roles, whatever that is, they have really stood out and come forward and used their initiative and used the skills that they've acquired through this program in their roles as leaders, as colleagues, and I've really seen that growth.